type of weed you like to smoke, man? What's your go-to weeds?
Oh, my go-to weeds?
Yeah, go-to weeds.
Oh, go-to weeds. Oh, man. Go-to weeds. If I can find it, I gotta start with the gumbo. Big gumbo. Like the shit that look like blue. It's like bluish, purplish type of color. That gumbo. The Zushi. Fire.
Never heard of that.
Fire.
The Zushi.
Yeah, fire.
I did. Yo.
That sounds like some top shelf shit.
Trust the Nose had that at one point and I didn't get it.
Like, word?
Yeah.
He did?
I believe so. If he sees this, correct me if I'm wrong.
I fuck with any type of gelatos, really.
So you like the gelato strain.
And I know, like, if I can't get gelatos, then the cakes is good. We got a cricket in here?
I don't know if it's in here.
Crickets.
I don't think it's even in here.
It's right by the door.
We got crickets on the strands.
Yeah. This shit high as fuck if it's in here, so I don't know that. But I don't think it's even in here. You'd have heard that nigga loud and clear if that motherfucker was near you. That's the one thing I learned. Yeah, that's the one thing I learned about crickets. When them niggas is near you, you hear them shits on a whole nother level, yo.
Yeah, I niggas wild right now.
I'm one with the nature. I love nature. I'm a nature man. You like nature? You a nature person?
Of course.
So you like to take hikes and shit like that?
When I can.
When you can?
I like to watch like National Geographic shit, like wildlife type shit, and I get inspiration from the animals in the wildlife.
What does it inspire you to do?
Be hungry, to hunt, and go after what I want. Yeah.
Would you see yourself?
Also, it really shows me how life works.
What's your favorite National Geographic or animal nature show?
Hyenas versus lions. Lions versus hyenas.
Okay.
Because like lions, everybody big lions up. You feel me? You got the Lion King and the hyenas and the Lion King. They got a bad rap.
Fact.
But I always watch the Lion King.
But they don't really know until you really watch hyenas. How they move.
No, facts. And even before I learned about hyenas, I always watched the Lion King.
The weed is here.
And I was like, yo, I was inspired by the hyenas. Like I was rooting for the hyenas. Because I just felt like I kind of connected with the hyenas. I don't know why. I kind of connected.
They smart, though.
They smart. Hyenas is smart as fuck. They work in teams. You feel me? Like, hyenas are cats and dogs. They're the only, like, cat-dog combination.
So they're the real-life cat dog?
Yeah, so that's why...
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong.
Wait, cats and dogs have sex?
I mean, once upon a time, I guess, they was able to do something.
Wow, that's like some domesticated animals.
Hyenas are that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, they're also kind of like, they had like both.
What do you mean?
Women.
They're hermaphrodites?
Hermaphrodites.
When they come out, I believe that's true.
Okay.
I believe that when they're like first born, when they're first born, they fight almost to the death to see who's going to be like the alpha. And whoever wins out of the litter, they're like the queen of the pack. They're not like male-dominated species. Like they're female-driven, so like they got a queen.
Oh,
but they also hunt in packs like dogs. But their biggest rivals are cats.
You're not on this shit. You love hyenas for real, my nigga. That's your favorite animal?
It is.
You think that's your spiritual animal?
Hyenas now. I'm more of a lion. But I think as a human being, we can be both. We can look at nature and imitate anything we want to. So
I think that's the thing that makes humans more at advantage.
Absolutely.
I thought it was thumbs.
That too.
But at the same time, we also have the foresight to take from nature.
Absolutely.
I mean, we take everything from nature. I think one of the key things that I remember that we stole from nature, the idea is sticky tape. Sticky tape actually came from a frog in the Amazon.
Yeah.
So I know like a lot of inventions actually come from just studying animals.
I mean, we are nature. We are an extension of nature.
We are natural.
We try to get away from that because we sit here with microphones in front of us and we talking, but we are an extension of nature.
At the end of the day, if all this shit went away, the fuck are you gonna do?
There's a rumor saying that the reason why they can't send out a nuke bomb is because it won't actually annihilate the black people.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't think that's true, but I mean, it sounds good.
That would be cool.
It sounds good.
I would love to. I feel like I have a superpower if I would be immune to nuclear bombs.
Yeah, I don't want to find out that way.
I don't think that's the right way to find out.
Niggas get up like, oh shit, this shit really works.
All right, so another rumor though. Another rumor with that. Another theory is this one is more on the intellectual side. They say that the reason why you can't stabilize dark matter is because dark matter is actually inside of the black body. basically what they're saying, the only natural habitat for dark matter is inside of the black person, inside of the black man and the black woman.
But we find dark matter in the universe.
But but I'm talking about even on Earth.
Do we find dark matter in black people?
The reason why that's just when I said theory. This is theory.
But that's something that can be like investigated and discovered. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
it could be a theory. It could be a theory now, but that could be something else.
That could be true.
And how is dark matter kind of operating in our body?
Facts. And if it's in space as well too, it goes back to your original comment. We are an extension of nature because they always say the stars is a reflection of our eyes, and that we have as much neurons in our brains as there are stars in the universe as well too. So it just really transcends to that thought that we are really an extension of everything that's out there. So you can't really kill what's actual natural.
I mean, not in the physical form.
Not in the physical form.
You can, right? But
exactly.
energy, I guess, never dies.
It's not even destroyed because it's reimbursed.
Or redistributed.
They say transferred. They say transferred. Energy is not destroyed or created, but transferred.
But even physical, it just goes back into the ecosystem.
I believe in reincarnation.
I hope that's true.
Like, I am one of those people. I'm one of those people that believe.
As a grown-ass man now, I don't even like to use the word hope. But these conversations, I think, allow that word to be used. Hope. I hope that's true.
I really do. Because it's like, because it goes back to the idea of living right. You know, living true to self. It goes back to that. Because it's like, if you're really living true to self, then you're going to get... Because, is it the Buddhists or the Hindus? They say that the reincarnation is based off how you lived your life.
Yeah.
So you're going to be reincarnated back to the things that need to teach you, the lessons that need to be taught.
Mm-hmm.
But whose lessons? Who's the teacher?
I guess that's the universe. I guess that's the universe to determine. Because to me, the universe is the ultimate teacher.
What about aliens?
I think I'm an alien.
I think aliens exist.
That's why I really think I'm an alien, and I've been wondering how I've been lying to myself this whole time.
So, if you think aliens exist, do you think they subscribe to the same things that we speak about?
I think aliens watch us like how we watch reality TV.
I think we're just a show to them.
Of course.
So, to answer your question, I say yeah, some of them.
Do you think aliens bleed the same blood we bleed?
No.
What kind of blood do you think they bleed? You think it's blue blood?
White people blood.
Yo, what if aliens came to Earth and was like, yo, all right, we want to take, like, what if the aliens came and they wasn't on no bullshit, right? It was like, coming bearing gifts, right? Like, they had their hands open type shit, you feel me? And it was like, yo, we want to take all the Asian people with us because...
Wait, who passes to me?
Of whatever genetic distinctions they have.
Just saying that you gotta smoke, yeah.
Separate from other races, right? Like, what if they picked a race, like distinguish the race is so better,
like one superior to the one.
Yeah. What if the aliens came and decided which race was better? Yeah, superior.
That would be interesting. Like they ranked us by race.
Yeah,
but what Asians though?
What kind of Asians?
That's a
good question.
That's
actually a great question.
For the aliens to decide. I don't know. This is for the aliens to decide.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually probably gonna think about this tomorrow. That's actually a really good question.
What if they came through and really was like, yo, all the white people come with us? Like, this racism.
I don't know.
Real.
How do
this racism shit is real.
All right, question. Do you think the aliens come from underneath the ground or above space? Above space? What's your theory on flat Earth?
I don't have a theory. The Earth is not flat.
It don't make no sense.
Earth is not flat. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever to think the Earth is flat in 2022.
Would you subscribe to the idea of the Earth being hollow?
No.
At all.
By
hollow, I mean that there's surfaces beneath surfaces.
That's not hollow?
As in there's multiple Earths within the Earth.
Oh, no, I don't think that.
That's what I mean by like that.
Nah. Because, like, all the time that's going by, like, what's underneath the Earth that wouldn't come up to the surface just to say, yo, what's going on up here?
Do you believe in time?
Do I believe in time?
Do you believe in time?
Absolutely.
What does time mean to you?
Time is just a record.
A record?
Yeah.
So without that record, does time exist?
Without what record?
Without recording without recording time, they would record time, like with clocks. Does time actually exist?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's only because we subscribe ourselves already to the idea of time that we'll just keep going forth with it, even without the idea of clock?
It's not that we subscribe to the time. It's not to the fact that we subscribe to the idea. We're physically like ingrained in
bound
time.
to it.
Yeah, we're physically bound to time.
Do you think time is linear?
So we have no.
So would that
do I believe in like time machines?
Do you think it's linear? Exactly. Do you think it's linear, as in you can only move forward?
The evidence shows yes.
Okay, so you don't believe time travel actually exists?
You can time travel going forward in the future. Like you can travel fast enough to go out into space and then come back, and then it'll be like 500 years into the future. You can time travel that way. That's possible.
What if time travel is just mainly the just traveling mentally? What if just the idea of time travel through meditation?
Sure.
Do you think Einstein time traveled?
I don't know.
He sat in the same position for a very long time, on that thinking position. Do you think that's an idea of meditation?
That is an idea of meditation, but I don't know if he... Time traveling to me would say that he like physically time traveled. To mentally time travel, that's kind of like just daydreaming, but I get what you're saying.
But Einstein also had a theory that if you gave two different people the same exact watch and let them live their lives, it would be different times by the time they get back together.
Because we all experience time differently.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's why I always question the idea. Like, that's why I always like to see where people stand with the idea of time. Because to me,
I study time.
To me, time don't exist.
Go ahead.
To me, time don't exist. Time, I always felt like time is just something, like I was asking the question, time is just something that drastically speaking, fuel to the fire speaking, time is an idea like a slave master. It's something that we allow ourselves to subscribe to, in a sense, just to give ourselves some type of understanding, just because we don't understand anything outside of what time actually is.
That's fair.
So I feel like if I don't subscribe to the idea of time, it allows my mind to be open to the ideas of possibly what's out there,
I guess that's one way to be open-minded, but you're still bounded to time.
To me, I changed I try to speculate how I look at it. I try to change the wording for it. I try to actually replace the word time with growth.
Okay.
So, because to me, time don't exist, but there's an idea of progress. There's an idea of moving forward.
Grows
at the same rate.
And not everything grows. Some things are dying.
To me, it's not alive. Dying is part of growing.
But dying is a part of being alive.
Exactly.
So it is alive.
That's to me. Even if you're dying, you're still alive, and it's still some type of progress and growth there.
But it's not growth.
Why not?
Because you're dying.
So don't you think it grew to a point?
I guess it's growing in the grand scheme of the evolution of life.
Like, do you believe in the idea of the hyperbole? So that's how I look at it. Like time, like is it a hyperbole or is it the other way around? It's like you go up and then you reach a pinnacle, you reach a climax, and then that's when. Because my grandmother always told me, once a man, twice a child. Which means you start off as a child, you grow into being a man, and once you reach that pinnacle, that's when you start to, like I don't know what the word is. It's to like retract in a sense.
So that's like the natural progression of life.
Yeah, so that's how I look at the idea of time. Like, you grow to a point and then...
But even that doesn't work for everybody. Like, everybody doesn't fulfill that natural progression of life.
I think it's just based off our perspective on it on that point. Because I perceive it at that point, but you might perceive it something different. But the idea of it might be similar. Like, because to me...
Y'all lost me a few times.
Because to me, we as humans, we're still trying to figure out life. Your truth is not always my truth, but our truth coincide. Absolutely. And I can take things from what you're living and actually make it part of my truth as well, too.
You can if you're open to it. Absolutely.
Exactly. So that's how I look at it as well, too. So you're trying to figure out your purpose in life and the path that you're trying to walk and what it's mean. I'm trying to figure out the same thing, because even though our footsteps cross, don't mean that we're walking the same path.
Right.
And I can always learn something from you just from that.
Absolutely. I'm an open-minded person. I'm always willing to learn from people and from anybody, honestly. So
what does open-minded look like to you?
Open-minded is just being able to sit down and have a open conversation. Sometimes people mistake that type of dialogue with like debating.
Mm.
But for me, it's really just trying to exercise my thoughts and really trying to figure out what's on your mind. And the only way we can do that is through these words.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying?
I love the word that you use, dialogue.
Yeah.
That's key, because to me, it's not communication unless it's a dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
A dialogue is a transition of words. You hearing what I'm saying and I'm hearing what you're saying.
Right. That's being open-minded.
Exactly. That's actually me. And then to me, taking it to the next level. Can you reflect on it after the conversation is done?
That's the most important part. I feel like is the someone giving you food for thought, and the really how you digest it, how you digest it after. You know what I'm saying? Some people, it could go one ear and out the other. Like I said, I'm willing to learn from anybody. So you could tell me something about like you just said, something about dark energy,
dark matter
and black people, right?
Yeah,
that's
something to look into.
Right,
I'm actually want to dive more into.
I'm gonna look that up later just to see what you're talking about, right? Because that's like I'm already into that type of stuff. Like when I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. So when we first started talking about like the universe and all that type of shit, like that's what I'm into. Like when I'm doing my YouTube digging and all that, I'm YouTubing time.
Ooh.
I'm YouTubing the theory of relativity.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm on that type of shit, like real shit. So like,
fact, I can agree with that because I'm the one I'm YouTubing Egyptian gods. And that likes me, you know, I'm YouTubing like their path going from like Egypt to Rome and the Vatican and shit like that. I like to me, I'm all about unlearning to relearn.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at in my life right now. Like I'm throwing everything out the window. I'm still holding on to certain things, but I'm throwing everything out the window in a sense.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way, in a sense, you're gonna be open-minded.
Absolutely.
If you can literally not bring your own biases into the new environment. So that's where I'm at in life right now. And before we even get more forward, let's get some weed and roll up more.
Coasting. All my niggas, we coasting. High grade, we smoking. On the highway, we rolling. Crack a bottle, we toasting.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another motherfucking episode of Weed and Whiskey. I feel motherfucking excited. I feel great. I feel like my anxiety's out the fucking window. I feel like a new man. I feel like I'm about to take this world over.
Feel like
as always.
With a
woo! Matter of fact, I feel like Ron Burgundy. What are you talking about, man? Ron Burgundy is that motherfucker right there, man. I was just watching Anchorman. That's why I brought that up. But I'm feeling good because, I'm gonna keep it buck with y'all. My nerves was a little off a little bit. Your boy head was all over the place, but I never feel like more at home when I'm sitting in this chair in front of this mic. This is where I feel like I'm best. This is where I can be me. This is why this is why I feel like I can just have the best time. But even more important, you know why we do this? We do this because we do it for only great motherfucking personalities, and we have another great motherfucking personality in the building. I'm happy for this motherfucking interview. I'm great. I'm already drunk, as you can probably tell. I love being drunk before we start doing shit. It's my personality. I'm the drunk uncle for every function. Just expect that. I'm pulling out for everybody, so no kids. But we have B. Davis in the building. This man has been a staple in the community. If all these people we fucking interviewed on this people, this man premiered all of their music. This man had them on his platform as well too. This man had a historic platform in Hartford. It's been running for over a decade, if not more. I probably don't even know my numbers right. That's why I'm just saying at least a decade. But it's been a while. It's one of the oldest radio stations in Hartford. It started off in the original Weaver. I went down to the Journalism Academy on Tower, and I was back in Weaver, even if it's still Weaver. He is a DJ. He is an amazing DJ. He has great music taste. He can control a room. He can control a party. But honestly, one of the things that I love about this man the most is his radio personality. He is amazing when he's on the radio. He just knows how to control the mic. He just knows how to control the room. He knows how to bring out content and just make it great. He knows how to make the conversation fucking tantalizing. Yes, I use that word. I like
the word, man.
Like when I was a videographer at 89.9, and to be honest with you, like when everybody came on, when you started recording and I saw you got into your zone, and I just seen like, you know what? I want to be like that. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, to be honest with you, this is the first time I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it on Weed and Whiskey. I'm thinking about it, bro. You're actually one of my inspiration for like my on-air personality.
I appreciate that, man.
I'm being dead ass.
I appreciate that.
Because I'm really thinking about it. Like, you're one of my first favorite on-air personalities. Like, just sitting in the room with you and just having different personalities come in the room and seeing how you took control of everybody in the correct way. You didn't make nobody feel uncomfortable. You made everybody feel welcome. Everybody felt like they can be who they are. And I'm just reflecting like, that's kind of what I'm doing, to be honest with you. And I've learned just from being around you.
That's what we do on here.
Like, for real, yo.
Real shit. And I see our platform growing. I see you growing.
Facts,
nigga. You evolving as a man.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Real shit. I see you coming out of your shell. And I seen that.
I appreciate that, dog. That means a lot.
When you were, you know, the cameraman at
yeah.
radio.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yo, if this dude, you know, came out of his shell and got out of his own way, sometimes that's our own problem sometimes.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
We are our own enemies.
Is to get out of our own way. So I was like, yo, once this kid does that, man, like, he has the personality, he has the intellect, he has the he's articulate. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate
that, man.
The West Indian articulate.
Yo,
man. Like, yeah, that shit.
You know what? Niggas, they gonna speak their English.
Yeah, I mean, like,
it's got twang. It's got twang.
The intellect is there. Like, you can tell you know your shit. You know what I'm saying? And you really about the culture, you're about the people.
I appreciate that. Nah, niggas, same for you. I can literally say the same thing about you.
Yeah,
you're literally for the community.
I see that when I seen you. When I first like got your energy, I was like, nah, he's about this shit.
I appreciate
he's
that.
He's about this shit for real. Like, he could really do this shit. So when I seen you doing the podcast thing, I'm like, nah, this shit, I'm happy. And now that I'm here, and you know what I mean? And I feel the vibe. Yeah. And I seen Spade on the show. I see just people on the show. Like, you know, you doing your thing, man.
I appreciate that, man.
Real shit.
Nah, that means a lot. I'm honestly speechless. One of the very few times I'm speechless on here because, like I said, just thinking back on it, you're like an idol to me, my nigga.
Damn.
Nah, I'm dead ass, man. You're somebody I look up to.
Don't really give flowers like that, so like
I'm
when I
giving
say
you
I
flowers,
appreciate
my
that,
nigga.
I really, really appreciate.
I'm dead ass.
Like,
just watching you doing your thing on Titanium Radio, transition to Hot 93.7. Like, you're an amazing DJ and you're an amazing on-air personality. I feel like you separate them so well, but intertwine them well at the same time.
Yeah, because there's no like, I'm not putting on. Like,
yeah,
this is just what I do. Like,
it's just you're having fun in life.
Yeah, so like I'm living. Fun.
You would do it for nothing.
I'm living through the culture. Like I'm really like that. I really like. I was a kid, and my aunt's boyfriend, her ex-husband, he was the mixtape dude. Mm-hmm. You feel me? My uncle played nothing but rap music. Like I grew up like living this type shit. You feel me? Like and my mom's side is West Indian, so. You know what the cookout vibe is like. The DJ, the
original cookout.
Yeah, like the records, the crates. Like I was infatuated by that type of shit. Hearing the mixtapes, hearing the DJ scratching, chopping shit up on the radio, all that type of shit. Yeah. Gave me goosebumps as a kid. Literally.
Around what age? Around what age you say this was at?
Like 6, 7.
So you remember this?
Yeah. I remember.
I mean, I can remember. I remember the cookouts.
I remember the cookouts. I remember going up to the DJ, looking at the vinyl, like, yo, amazed. The same way little kids do it to me now. Like, you feel me? I see it in their face. Like, nah, I see it.
So Kanye had a line that actually just made me think of that. Kanye had a line that was like, a lot of kids is looking up to him as the way he looked up to Michael Jackson. Do you feel like you're at that point in your life now where you feel like people are looking up to you the same way you looked up to your idols?
Nah.
You don't think that? You just told me how these kids is having that same passion you were having it at 6.
Yeah, I feel like that's a way, yeah. But when you said people, I don't feel like people are looking at it like I don't know.
But I learned that we as a society, like we don't always give flowers, yo.
I don't feel like I'm there yet.
I think you're there, my nigga.
I don't feel like I'm there yet.
But I feel like
I did enough.
All right. So, do you believe that being a DJ is something that you can learn, or it has to just be in you?
You could learn it, but I think it's something that has to be in you.
What separates you?
But at the same time, yeah, I think it's something that has to be in you because I feel like the best DJs kind of are like music, like nerds, like love, like they love music type shit, like it's deeply ingrained in them.
Would you say that's the case about you? What's the first track that you can remember falling in love with?
Like rap track?
Yeah.
Then it would have to be the first rap track. Damn.
Yeah, making you think.
Like,
Bust the noggin.
I don't know. I feel like the first rap track I really was curious about. I'm gonna use that word, curious. That really like piqued my curiosity, and that really like started me on a path of like digging, like for more rap, more
what's out there,
more culture. Yeah. I wanted more. Was Brooklyn's Finest, Jay-Z and Biggie. So like my uncle getting ready to go out to the club, and I'm like 10 years old. So he getting ready to go out, and he playing that song. He playing Reasonable Doubt. And the hook on that record is Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls, make you shit your drawers.
Okay.
So at 10 years old, I'm like, who the fuck is Jay-Z and Biggie? They making niggas shit
what they talking about?
They making niggas shit they drawers? Oh, hell no.
What the fuck's going on with this shit?
What the fuck is this? And that beat, like, you feel me? Like, come on, man. So, like, when my uncle left, went back to the CD player, put the headphones on, because I want my father to know, like, I was listening. I want my nana to know I was listening. Put the headphones on, press play, and it was on from there. He had a whole CD collection, like, you feel me? Like 300 CDs.
And you was going through all of them.
Come on now. It's like 96, 97. This is like mid-90s rap, like Biggie.
What's the raunchiest song you remember listening to around that age?
That's a perfect question.
What's the raunchiest song?
The Little Kim. Anything on that Little Kim joint? Anything on that hardcore joint? Don't want dick tonight. 10 years old, I'm 11. Like, yo, what the fuck? I'm looking at the album. I'm looking at the album cover, listening to this shit. Like, yo, what the fuck is this?
Like, yo, this shit. How you felt?
This shit is crazy.
So you had a Little Kim crush?
This shit is crazy. I had it, of course. I had a Little Kim crush, but it wasn't like she wasn't like. She was just sex appeal. You know what I'm saying? Like. It was just sex appeal. She wasn't really like my type or anything, but it was just so raunchy. And I was like really curious at that age, so it was perfect. And then Trina was my type. When Trina came out, that was the one. That was the one I was like, yo, the video
like ass big like the sun.
Pull over that ass too fat. I came up like when I came out, I was like 12, 13. Come on, man.
I was
how old were you in 2002?
16.
So 16?
I was in high school, yeah.
See, my raunchy song for them was Usher, 7 o'clock on the dot. Actually, damn, really? I had a fucking thing I wanted to do.
Really?
And I fucking forgot it.
That came out earlier, but you must have heard that the first time.
But I came up here in 2002.
Got you.
That's one of the first ones. I came up here like after, like, I didn't really dive into like that 90s culture until I really cemented myself up here.
Because by the 2000s, the early 2000s, like, that's when it started to get, like, everything was kind of raunchy.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
the Nelly, late night BET.
Yeah.
BET after dark.
Bro, that's how my niggas space.
As a kid, bro?
We was teenagers, like, summertime, like this time, like, no school, feel me? Like, we be up. Like, we be outside, come inside 3 o'clock, we putting on BET Uncut. Smoking, chilling, watching BET. Like, you feel me? Like, that was a vibe. Like,
real little kid.
Niggas is staying up just to watch BET Uncut?
Nigga, what? Because they had different videos than.
And you never know what's going on. They made shit just for that.
And it wasn't no YouTube. It wasn't no other way to see.
YouTube wasn't lit. Yeah,
Tip
right.
Drill Uncut. Or motherfucking, what the fuck was the song?
I remember Nelly. I remember Nelly shit.
That's Tip Drill. That's Tip Drill.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
The other one is like, she ain't got no panties on.
Yes! I know what
She ain't got no panties on. And then, like, it was a white girl song. Like, it was mad shit that BET Uncut brought to the table that we had to stay up late for because nowhere else could they show that shit.
Yeah. That one was for the culture.
Yeah,
that was for the culture.
Pre-internet, so you had to stay up at a specific time to watch this
3
shit.
3 a.m.
The next day we talking about, yo, you know what I mean? Like, we ranking on the videos, the artists, because all that shit was low budget shit. That shit was hard.
But the thing is, nigga, all that shit was low budget, but it was dope to us at that point.
But that was the precursor to YouTube. To like a nigga just having a low budget, a nigga having a nigga that got a camera.
Or a phone that's good enough.
Yeah, a phone that's hell.
Oh, not back then. Not back then. Yeah, not back then.
Yeah, but eventually the technology caught up to where
because of that.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, you was able to utilize that because like BET Uncut was like, nah, people want to see this shit.
Facts.
People want to see raunchiness. People want to see this raw, uncut shit. So
I mean, do you think don't you think it was always looking at the raunchy shit from get go? Even the 90s, feel like flamboyant and raunchy shit as well too.
Yeah, but it was more lanes.
It was more like inconspicuous.
Nah, it wasn't that it was inconspicuous, but it was just like different lanes. Like
I get where you're going. There's an audience for it.
Like Uncle Luke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was super raunchy.
Yeah.
But like Biggie had raunchy lyrics, but his videos wasn't.
Biggie had some crazy lyrics.
His lyrics was crazy, but like his videos, like the visuals wasn't all raunchy. And so like, you know, uncut. And then after that, like once, I think one video made it onto like 106 in Park from
was this when Tigger was on there?
Tigger was on
106 in Park?
No, Tigger was on Rap City.
This was
Free.
After AJ and Free was on
AJ
there.
and Free or something.
But like once this shit started to transition into like everything was just up for grabs, everything was raunchy type shit, like it became different. You feel me?
Nigga, and after that, we dove right the fuck deep in, nigga.
Yeah, facts.
Now, all we want is fucking rock. Then World Star Hip Hop started coming around.
Yeah.
Nigga, I was telling somebody the other day, there's a point I had to delete World Star Hip Hop off my phone, my nigga, because I was so into this shit, just watching shit.
But you had the app?
Yeah, yo. Like, even when I wasn't watching World Star was in my head.
Yeah, but I was doing the same shit. I had to stop going on that website.
I had to stop. And then twerking started getting big.
Yeah. Shouts out to Soulja Boy.
Yo!
Like the first, I want to say this, like YouTube was popping. The initial YouTube was popping because of twerk videos and Kimbo Slice.
Yo!
That's what we went to YouTube for.
Nigga, Kimbo Slice at that point?
Kimbo Slice was not Soulja Boy. Was done
and Booty Meat, my nigga. That's what the fuck we was on YouTube for.
Yo, Kimbo Slice took over the internet at that point, my nigga.
He built YouTube, my nigga.
Yo!
They need to have a statue of Kimbo Slice outside of YouTube.
That's facts. Yo, you just bring up like a whole lot of like classic moments that we're like, as a society, because we're moving so fast that we forgot about these little things that happened, you know? The things that progress us to where we actually, we are in society.
why we are where we are.
Yeah, it's the little things, yo.
Hell yeah. It's the nuances.
Yes,
really,
yo.
Paint the picture.
That should be wild, man. Like, and it's funny, like, when you sit here and you think about all of these little, like lines that go back in your head, and it's like, damn, these niggas probably don't even know what video these shits is from, yo.
Right.
Because you just watch them so much, and if you weren't old enough for it, then you don't even know where it's from.
Yeah.
Like, if niggas say, go DeMarcus, you can go, nigga.
Okay.
Yeah.
That nigga's bugging. Buffy the Body had niggas.
Nigga, Buffy the Body?
Oh,
I knew videos,
I knew he was going to say Little Kim. I swear to God, when he
Buffy the Body?
Yo,
that shit was so crazy.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. Niggas used to leave school. I remember me, Shaq, everybody used to leave school, pull up my shit, Chinese food, niggas on the computer.
I'm not gonna lie.
I swear to God.
I used to actually try to search for Buffy the Body porn videos, bro.
They used to turn the TV down all the way down. Mom's door locked, and it's up.
Yo.
I swear.
It's up.
I got another question for you then. Boom.
Yeah.
Yo, easy, man.
Question. You remember that time when it was around that time, remember when Sierra was a hermaphrodite?
Oh, man.
Hey, yo.
And Bow Wow got molested
by his bodyguard.
Yeah. Nah, it's all type of wild rumors.
Did you believe the whole Sierra shenanigans about her being a hermaphrodite? Because you were older than I was at that point.
Never.
Like me, I was foolish. I didn't even know what a hermaphrodite was at that point. I just thought the word sounded cool.
We was kids. We was
dumb. We was dumb kids at that point.
Never.
Actually, speaking of that, right? Do you remember the Lil Wayne and Cassidy beef?
Lil Wayne and Cassidy?
When people were comparing those at the time, when people were saying that one favored the other.
Lil Wayne and Gilly. People were saying Gilly wrote for Lil Wayne.
I didn't hear that one. You heard that one?
Yeah, that's why it's like how it is. I guess, right? I don't know.
But it was like when I was in middle school, like all my friends, it was always comparing Cassidy and Lil Wayne, who had the best bars, who had the best punchlines.
Yeah.
But at this point right now, who would you give that? Not at where they're at, but in that era, you know, back in that
Wayne, hands down.
It's not even a question.
It's funny because Cassidy was a big conversation starter for back then.
I look back at it, and I used to be a big Cassidy fan at the time because I was in middle school during this era.
And it's funny that you said
Right?
that because I only used to say Cassidy just because my friends would say Cassidy.
Nah, I never said that because I used to like battle rap. So I used to remember watching Meek Mill when he was on the street corner and shit like that.
With the
Read
braids?
dollars and shit like that. I used to love watching those YouTube videos. All me and my friends used to. So that's the type of shit I used to like. But then as I get older, I'm thinking about it like, nah, man.
Nah, Lil Wayne was way better.
Wayne had that era.
A lot.
Like,
he outworked everybody.
Nigga, this nigga had everybody saying they was a fucking Martian. We are not the same, I'm a motherfucking Martian. Nigga, I was a Martian back then too, just because Wayne was a Martian.
Dedication 2 has to be my favorite Wayne mixtape.
I remember which one of the Cardos was mine.
I remember going to FYE having to go get that.
I think he had a song called Brand New. I used to love that shit back then.
Yeah, Wayne is definitely
He had
a
hits.
GOAT. He's a GOAT.
He had hits. Like, and the fact that he didn't write a lot of his shit after, like, the Hot Boys, that shit just makes him even more dope, my nigga.
No, he did. He did. Gilly didn't. I don't think Gilly wrote a whole. I don't think he even wrote that much shit. But I think it's like one song.
Which song was it? We can literally hear him tearing the papers out when he was saying, "This is the last time I was writing anything." Didn't he have a song saying that? You don't remember that? I forgot. It was like a long ass freestyle, and he was basically symbolizing this is last time actually doing anything written.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah, I don't know that song, but Wayne dope though.
I like that. I like Wayne as a rapper, man.
I fuck with Wayne.
Remember Trinidad James?
Yeah, of course.
Nah.
Of course.
You don't remember Trinidad James?
I'm
Yeah, I was gonna say Trinidad James low-key's like a staple in the community for the culture, my nigga. Love him or hate him, my nigga.
Yeah, love him or hate him.
Love him or hate him.
But I feel like
I don't know if you could say-
he's kind of recreated himself now with the whole sneaker shit. So
Yeah, I
fuck with him.
I
fuck with him
like
on
the
sneaker
vibe
shit.
he got right now. I wouldn't say a staple in the community as
I
far as.
wouldn't say that either.
No, I'm talking about for like
nobody's
I'm
like
talking
yo play all go every
I know, but I was
at
saying
the party.
for one-hit wonders. For one-hit wonders.
Nah, it's better one-hit wonders than that. I think so, personally.
Of course, there's always gonna be better one-hit wonders, but he had a catchy ass one. Vanilla Ice was like a temporary one-hit wonder as well too. But I guarantee you, if you play some Trinidad and James, what's it, Gold All in My Chain or some shit like that? If you play that, you're probably gonna have somebody singing for probably 30 seconds. That's all you need from an old one-hit wonder.
I haven't heard a DJ play that. I haven't played that probably.
Would you play that?
I was about to say, you are a DJ.
Actually, speaking of DJ playing that, right?
Shouts out to Trinidad James though. I haven't played that in 10 years.
So as a DJ, I know you been with a lot of these artists from Connecticut. You've seen a lot of them grow, not even just as a person, but just as an artist. So you're at a hip hop party right now. You're the DJ. You're playing your first 5 songs from artists from Connecticut. What 5 songs you playing? You're at a hip hop party in Connecticut.
I'm gonna play. What's the thing? Like I hate hypotheticals because I want to ask questions about like the scenario.
Ask questions. I'm drunk.
All right. So, what's the crowd?
The crowd in terms of capacity?
Nah,
he's right.
There?
25 to 32.
Like, is it like black guys?
African American.
Is it like women there?
Okay, this is a mix of Hartford and New Haven, along with Willimantic and
what the fuck?
Yale students.
Oh shit!
What the fuck is this?
You know
where is this?
It's a cartoon, nigga. All these multicolored people. Like,
all right, this is at Webster Stadium.
Oh, Webster Theater.
Webster Theater.
I would probably play. Is women there though, right?
Of course, yes. College students.
I'll play Lucky.
Annoyed.
Yeah, I'll play Lucky. I'll play probably Narcan in the Trap. Something from bass.
Okay.
I would probably play damn, that's a really good question.
Cause I know you rock with a lot of niggas from here, man, and everybody make different field types of music.
You said the 203 in the building?
203's in the building too. This is the Yale crowd right there.
I'll probably play Snoper.
Okay. Okay.
Snoper.
You still play that song?
Nah. Nah, I don't play that song. But I'll play it. I will play it, but I don't play it. I will play it though. Shouts out to Snooper. Shouts out to 203. I play Sholi. Sholi got a record with Sean.
I fuck with Sholi.
Yeah. I'll play that. And then what's that? How many songs is that?
I think it's 4, right?
That's 4.
Yeah.
I got one more song. Shouts out my nigga Spade. I play some from Spade.
What song? Something new or something old? Cause one song that I'm fucking from Spade right now is Deal With It from Layover 2. I'm fucking with that shit right now.
It'd probably be damn, I can't think of it. Can't think of how it go.
Is it something new or something old?
Nah, I think it's like I need to connect. Damn, I can't think of it. I'm high. Shouts out to Spade. I can't think
Shout
of
out
it.
to Spade. Go check that episode out as well too.
I'm gonna have to Google that shit.
All right, question, right? I'm gonna ask you like some like personal questions that are just about people that I'm actually interested in actually interviewing as well too. Richie P. What's your perspective on Richie P as an artist?
Dope. When you talk about staples in the community,
yeah, I feel like he's one of those.
Like
too.
Hartford,
I feel like he's kind of low key underrated.
Need a plug. Shouts out to Spade. Need a plug. Well, I play Gotta Get Paid. But yeah, Richie P. Shouts out to Richie P. I was just with him the other day. Dope lyricist. Just like I said, staple. Like he keeps coming back, and every time he comes back, it's just like consistency. Like, oh no, this nigga still fire.
Okay,
keep going. You feel me? Keep dropping more shit.
Facts. Definitely, the freestyles be fire as well too. Smooth Haynes.
Oh man, what Smooth Haynes was able to do, like Smooth Haynes has arguably the best song to ever come out of Hartford.
Sucker for the Nookie.
Yeah. Oh my God, this city of Hartford.
As much as you don't even like reflecting back on that song.
That's the shit.
That's the thing about it. He regret, not even regret, but he think he's moved on from the artist he is.
That's the best way to put it. He's absolutely moved on. Absolutely, as he should.
And that's true. The God tape,
he made that song.
The God album was amazing.
He made that song damn near like 20 years ago.
Yes, in high school at Weaver. For Weaver on talent show.
A long ass time ago. So he should evolve.
Facts, as you expect.
And then like the shit he's kicking is just like, I play that shit when I feel good about myself. Nigga, when I want to feel good about myself.
His music make you feel empowered.
Yeah, that's
make you feel like a god, like he about to get some bread. Like he speak like a Muhammad Ali type of thing, where it's like
that shit make me want to like upgrade my wardrobe.
Facts.
Like that.
Buy some cigars.
Yeah, like
eat steak.
That type of shit.
Facts. Do you have any artists that you want to call? Because I can keep going.
Annoyed.
Annoyed. I'm gonna probably hit 2 more after this.
Annoyed is one of the best lyricists in the country. Like, niggas can't fuck with Holmes in the United States. Like, fuck Connecticut.
You stated on that?
Like, lyricist.
I think as a lyricist, he's absolutely amazing.
As a lyricist.
He is, though. I'm not going to argue that.
Like, lyrics, we talking about lyrics.
Yeah, bars.
Yeah, niggas not fucking with him.
His wordplay
around the country. Like,
his wordplay is different.
Standing in, like, a class of his own when it comes to lyrics. What he could do with a pen.
That's facts.
Oh yeah.
Cool Q.
Gangster. The coolest.
Nigga don't do interviews.
Q's the coolest. Q don't care about this rap shit.
Yo, he don't. He don't. But he's so dope.
He's so nonchalant about being dope.
I think Q is one of the few people from Connecticut who can literally talk on a beat and it's fire.
And he got his own style. Like, he crafts.
And that's why I think he can literally talk on the beat and it's fire.
And, like, being from the neighborhood, he's from, like, niggas in the neighborhood respect him.
Facts.
Like,
facts. Blue Hills Gang, the whole, facts. They stand behind all his music. They bump his niggas all the time. When he drops something, my nigga, they playing that shit regularly.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Like,
it's loyalty.
It's Ingy.
I love that. Ingy time.
It's Ingy for real. So shouts out to Cool Q, man. That's one of my favorites.
That's actually one of my favorites too, to be honest with you. The Blue Hills tape that he just dropped was fucking fire.
Oh yeah.
Future.
Fire. Yeah.
Future X.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
My dog. Conscious. Songmaker. Like, willing to invest in himself. You feel me? Like, consistent.
Yes. Yes.
Willing to network.
Yo, Future been doing this shit for. Like, he's an OG at this shit. At this point.
Cross country. Like, he got a feature with the game.
Yes.
Yeah. Come on now.
Facts.
It's crazy.
He actually got a lot of fucking the openers he do as well too. Legendary.
Yeah.
I got another question for you then, right? I know we just talked about some names, right? I like to, when I have people from Connecticut, I like to showcase what Connecticut had from the perspective of other people. So, even though you say those names, right? Mm-hmm. Right now, you got a deal to take on, let's keep the number at 5. You can take 5 artists on tour right now. Why 5 artists are you reaching out for a banging tour?
From Connecticut?
Yep, from Connecticut.
Fuego Bass, Q, Smooth Hands, Shorty, Annoyed, that's 4.
One more.
Then it's a heavy rap show.
Yeah.
I need like R&B. Annoyed is kind of like.
Yeah, who's your go-to R&B?
I don't really have a go-to.
You don't got a go-to
R&B?
Really
listen to R&B. Like
really?
I got tracks I listen to.
Love Not On Your Mind?
not in that way. Not in that way.
Single or taken?
I'm single.
Dang, man. I said fuck love. I'm out here hustling.
Nah, not fuck love.
Okay.
Not fuck love.
Before we get into that, let's finish that. Get that one last thing.
Damn. No.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot tonight.
The 5th one. I'm gonna have to go with Spade one more time. I'm gonna get Spade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paul, you have any more questions? I gotta let you tap in too, man. What you got?
And that's because I can't think of like a female artist right now.
I can think of one right now, man. Akila is my favorite. One of my favorites.
I haven't heard her.
Akila Miles?
I might have. Oh yeah, yo, yes. She's dope,
bro.
Yo, she don't put out no work though.
Not like.
Shouts out to her. I know
she's like to me one of my
handling priorities. I know that.
She is.
I'm not saying that, but like, yo, she's really dope.
She's like one of the dopest out here as a female, as an artist. Period.
She had some shit on SoundCloud I was listening to a few years ago,
and her shit's deep.
And I reached out to her like, yo, you're fire.
How do you tell artists like their song is good enough to be spun in a club or some shit?
Or on the radio. Because you have your own radio show on the radio.
How do I tell them?
Like, or if
it
is, or if it's not.
What makes you want to play a song on the radio?
How does it go both ways? Like, if somebody's
gonna say the same shit. In my head, I'm like, hey, yo.
That's a different conversation.
Alright, fire for that.
I don't make it go both ways.
Right.
That ain't my cup of tea.
Damn, see, I lost my train of thought.
Because he's thinking about making it go both ways.
How do I tell artists that their song is not going to get played on the radio?
Like, either way, like, yeah.
How is it going to get played on the radio?
How does it, like...
I just either go up to them and talk to them and like, exchange information with them, or I don't.
Do people reach out to you, or do you reach out to people? Or
people reach out to me.
You turn. How do you turn a nigga down? How do you turn a nigga down?
Come in like, do you be like, nah, this is not really good.
Just don't.
You don't respond. Leave a nigga on red via email.
Yeah, but it's like if you dope, I'ma hear about you.
Yeah,
like, that's how I see it too.
I'm on one of those niggas.
That's how I see it too.
Like if I see you in Weed and Whiskey, and they fucking with you,
I'm gonna check you out.
I see you shorty fucking with you,
I'm gonna check you out. Lyrics in the V.
See lyrics in the V, fucking like it's different now. Now I don't gotta be the first guy to fuck with you no more.
Yeah. Now if I have credible sources, fucking
like
with
I got my guys. I got my guys out here. My team out here.
Actually, that's a great question. How does it feel to not be like one of the? Nah, fuck all of that. Let's get into the nitty gritty real quick right now. How do you how do you feel about Hot 93.7 being like a primary media source for artists out here?
How do I feel about them?
Yeah,
like in what regard?
Yeah, do you feel like they're doing a good job on showcasing local talent, or are they too more focused on the corporate side of things?
Are they too yes. I mean, of course, they have to be. They're corporate. They're attached to their corporate entity. So
for somebody who actually
it's at the end of the day, it's not really about the local talent. Really.
So for
as much as it is about the listener, with the listener and how to really appease the listener.
So for somebody who was actually a DJ, a local DJ, And not even saying the word local as in you're just sticking to that. Somebody who's just from here and got onto a platform that's in the state. What advice would you give somebody who's trying to get that radio play? Like, what for artists who right now, what advice would you give them? Like,
I would ask them, why is that a goal? Like, what do you like? What's the end goal from the radio play? You could get your song played on the radio. You can get it played a whole bunch of times on the radio. But what does that mean at the end of the day? Like, how are you gonna use that? Like,
how does radio deal? How does radio deal with the change to, like, you know, streaming and the internet?
How does radio what?
How does it deal with it? Like, what was it? Were you DJing or were you on the radio at that time?
When,
like, the change happened, like when there was, like, now there's streaming and there's YouTube. Like, there was a time in my life.
I've been on the radio since like 2010.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of saw it then a little bit.
Yeah,
streaming wasn't crazy in 2010.
Hell no.
Have you feel like you adapted to the times, or are you still trying to hold on in a sense to the nostalgia of what it means to be a DJ before
on the radio?
Yeah.
I think that there's still a place for the radio. I feel like there's still a draw, like in the sense of, like, people still went, like, we still talking about 93.7. Like, you brought it up.
Facts.
As much as, like, you want to, I'm not saying you
no
per se, because we can get into the conversation, but as much as someone wants to talk disparagingly about their radio and their support,
you're still having that
whether
conversation.
or not they support, they're still having that conversation. We wouldn't have that conversation if they didn't matter.
Facts.
Yeah.
If the radio didn't matter. You get what I'm saying?
Do you feel like it's more to a point where they're almost to the point where they don't matter?
I think an artist can make them not matter.
Okay.
More so
how would that look like?
What
would that look like? As an artist, what does it look like as an artist to not make them the radio need them?
Don't go to the radio saying I need you.
But
I think
what do they do?
Though.
But what do they do on their end to prove
they can work and not beg the radio for any type of love? Like,
what does that work look like? What's some specifics of those works, you know?
Like,
what routes are they taking? Like, what calls or what directions, what platforms are they're reaching out to, or what platform they use to making their own platform?
That's all questions I think I would ask the artist, and I think those are fair questions.
But that's easy. Like, it's YouTube. That's what I would say.
I feel like YouTube.
I would say focus on the internet.
I feel like YouTube is almost like,
if I was an artist, I would focus on the internet. I would focus on word of mouth, hard copy, CDs.
Okay, so do you think
making appearances?
The idea of mixtapes is dead?
Not at all. I just did a mixtape. Say that again with Fuego Bass.
Okay,
like that's the thing. Like Bass just got an interview on Hot 93.7. He didn't even ask them for an interview. They reached out to him.
So as long as you're working. Because to me, for somebody who has a platform in the media, I feel like an artist is going to need what I'm working on more than I'll need them. So, to me, when an artist reach out to me, I don't know, it don't have the same impact as me reaching out to an artist.
Why is that?
I don't know, because to me, when I reach out to somebody, like, I'm a universal type of person. I feel like whenever I gravitate to somebody doing their art, it's a reason for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like I don't see people art until I need to see it. So I feel like once I come across that something, it's something that I need to, like, push forward.
I'm with you. I agree.
And that's really how I am. Like, a lot of people have been doing the same shit, but somebody can just come out, or they've been doing it for a while, but you don't see it until it's when your time to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a great question. What do you think about people paying to be on platforms?
Great question. Great question.
I think that you can manipulate the numbers, but, like, the proof is in the pudding. Like, you could buy 43,000 followers on Instagram, but when people show up to your shows, how many people are there?
Facts.
Or even, like...
Unless it's like 50 when he buy out, like, your whole front row seat.
That's 50. That's still gonna make headline news. Like,
facts!
A local nigga's not gonna make that type of impact.
Can your shows reflect what your Instagram numbers show?
That type of shit.
I see exactly where you're coming from.
You know what I'm saying?
Alright, so how do you feel about artists rapping over this.
Buzz is real. Like in hip hop, like having a buzz, you can like feel it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You go outside, people are talking about it. You hear the music coming out of people's cars and shit.
Facts. I got a question. So as a DJ, right? If you're DJing at somebody's like show, they have a concert, they're performing. How do you feel about somebody rapping over their entire song instead of actually making it like a performance?
Yeah, I think it's whack.
Cause I remember, cause when we used to do, when I used to do the videographer, he had a thing where when he asked you to do a freestyle, he always tells you no written.
I did, but then I got lax.
With times have changed,
yeah,
that's
crazy.
What I'm
saying. Times have changed. Like I feel like I don't want to be that guy asking an 18-year-old kid that wrote his lyrics on his phone. He pulls out his phone to rap off his phone.
Like put that away.
Yeah, like nah, do your thing, little nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? Like fuck it. Like I don't give a fuck. Like
this,
you know what I'm saying?
Don't you feel
like yo, do your thing. Like as long as you execute, now that you pulled your phone out,
it better be dope.
It better be dope, and you better execute.
Because I'm gonna talk my shit.
Come on now.
So, you
gonna feel it? Like I'm gonna just look at you like. He know how it is in the room.
Oh, I know.
I don't gotta say much. Like a nigga feel it. Like you start stuttering even more. Like it's not like this shit is real. Like
they ignore me, nigga.
Like you might as well just sign off at that point. Like yeah, I'm out, man.
So
mom, I tried.
You don't think as a media personality or even like a gatekeeper to the music to the public, you don't feel like it's important to challenge the people that you interview that come onto your platform to like not pull out that written, come up with something on the dope, or are you scared?
The written is something that they came up that they think is dope, so kick that.
Okay.
Kick that. And when I put the video out, I get criticized too. That's why I'm keeping it.
How do you deal with criticism?
Like
what?
A grain of salt could tip the scale. So I was gonna say like a grain of salt, but you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a human being, so it gets to me.
Once in a while,
yeah,
brush it off.
Yeah, I'm gonna still keep doing my thing.
It is what it is.
I mean, but
like if it's useful criticism, I'm gonna take it. But if it's just some shit niggas is saying, like that's a part of being able to just decipher what's real and what's not. You know what I'm saying?
As a DJ, do you ever get booed on site?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Hell no.
You ever got booed as a DJ?
Hell no.
Never, but
maybe when my shit started fucking up, like I had technical difficulties.
Yeah, nobody ever said shoot the DJ.
Hell no.
How would you feel about that when somebody's like, shoot the DJ?
You know what? It's so funny. It's so funny you said it, right? Because I was just at a spot and they started shooting in the spot. And like
literally,
not real shit. They started shooting in the spot, and like I'm drunk. I don't even drink, but I'm tipsy. So they started shooting, and so like I dived up to the side type shit. So I dived on some chicks. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed to them like I was like trying to like protect them type shit. So I'm like, so after I land on them. I'm like, yo, y'all alright? Y'all good? Y'all straight?
Nigga played it up real quick.
Yo, and somebody came over to me. I don't even know who it is. Who it is to this day. I don't know who it is. They came over to me and said, yo, why you tripping? Niggas never shoot the DJ. I said, yo, you know what, you right. I never really hear the DJ getting shot.
That's actually facts.
Yo.
That actually made me stop laughing real quick, bro. Wow. Wow. Mime. Yo. That's facts. Have you ever thought of it? Even when they shot the gay club in Orlando, did the DJ get shot?
Bro, what the fuck?
Bro. Epiphany. Mind blown.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, my mind was blown too in that moment after being like, in shock that they shot at the club.
I always have
right.
I always used to think that when they like, is that the first time?
Hell no.
Sure all right, so
and that span
as a DJ, what do you do?
And that span of like 3 months,
what do you do as a DJ?
everything was getting like I was at the Russell when that shit got fucked up.
Wait, before it moved?
Not before they opened up the new spot. So the spot downtown, they thrashed that shit. They was throwing glasses.
The small ass spot, right? And it's a small ass spot.
Shouts out to the Russell. Shit happens everywhere.
Shout out to the Russell because they fuck with us.
Like shit happens everywhere.
That's his uncle.
Yeah, shouts out to your uncle. Not for real. Shouts out to your family. I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to like say it's a ratchet. Hell no.
It was at one point.
Nah,
he said it, not me.
I did.
Didn't say that.
I sure did. I sure fucking did.
I love the Russell. But
we loved it for that.
That night it got fucking crazy.
Too ratchet.
Oh my god. They started throwing everything. Chairs, glasses, everything. Everything.
From the upstairs or the downstairs?
The downstairs.
Yeah,
this is the new spot. This is
the
in the new spot. Yeah,
oh
this is
shit.
The new spot.
Yeah, the new spot like, bigger, right?
Yeah. The new
spot bigger.
The new spot is where
the old Blackberry.
Where Blackberry is. Well, technically they have a new spot right now. Anyway.
And it was like karaoke night. Like,
yeah.
What are y'all doing?
I'm shocked these niggas out because I really fuck with these niggas too because they do have a new spot out there in West Hartford as well too. So.
Nah, real shit. I haven't been to the West
I gotta
Hartford
go check
spot,
that shit out right now.
I heard
yo, cut your prices down on the liquor though, yo. Fuck that shit.
And make your wings bigger, dog. I got some wings there. I got some wings there, yo. They was like,
tiny ass.
It was disrespectful, bro. Tell your uncle to step his wings game up.
Tell your uncle we said that.
Bro, that's my only complaint was the wings was like this big, bro. No pause. They was tiny.
Do you remember the no homo phase?
Nah, I never did no homo.
You never participated in the no homo phase?
I always played pause. Like I always said pause. Like my whole life since I was like 12 years old. To the point now, like my nieces are like, yo, you
doing too much.
That?
You doing too much.
They look at me like, but I don't give a fuck. I laugh just like how you laughing. Like I just like my head. I just can't help it. Like
it's such a part of me now.
Yeah, like
if it sounds sus, I gotta call it out.
I say pause. Like, in my neighborhood, like if you say something sus, you gotta dress that up.
Yeah,
you gotta dress that up.
Facts.
You feel me?
Facts.
That's what we say. Like real shit. You take it to court.
When we was on growing up,
they argue you down on the block. Like real shit.
Because if you say something such, you gotta call them out real quick. Like, hey, yo, my nigga, did you really mean that? Why you playing, my nigga?
Nah, you gotta dress that up.
Oh, yeah, the Jamaicans say, fire for that.
Shout out to my nigga SP, man. Like, yo, you gotta dress that up.
What is pushing P?
Pause.
Pushing P?
As a man, the only P I'm pushing is penis.
I don't know.
And I only push penis to butt gas.
See, that's... you know, yeah.
I'll let you say this one.
Yeah. Huh?
I'll let you say it.
Pushing P, I didn't make it the phrase, so I can only tell you what
so
they
when
told
you
me.
say it, what does it mean to you?
I didn't say pushing P.
You know,
I said shouts out my nigga SP.
So what does pushing P mean to you, Quell? Yeah. What you pushing that's P?
I never used that phrase.
Because you got a wife.
I've never.
So it can't be penis.
Have you ever used that phrase before?
No, not damn.
I think some shit just exists on the internet.
Speaking of phrases, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about niggas referring themselves to hoochie daddies?
I don't think niggas are referring themselves.
Yes, they are.
Bro, I said the same.
Yes, they are.
I think it's women.
Yes, they are. All right. How do you feel about men?
Daddy shorts,
all right. How do you feel about men accepting the title of hoochie daddies?
Hoochie daddy shorts?
Yeah, because
just period.
Yeah, just period.
Like, I don't know. I think it's some internet shit.
Are you a hoochie daddy?
What does that mean?
Do you wear hoochie daddy shorts?
What that mean? I don't even know. I don't even think that. I think honestly, my take on that whole subject is men shouldn't talk about other men's shorts.
That's facts.
Like that right there. That's gay.
Fucking more. At the end of the day,
fuck what a man got on.
I got no argument.
You talking about what another man has on?
I can't argue for that.
Is wild. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to everybody out there. I love everybody, but if you're talking about what another man has on, then you violate. Like what? Like come on now.
To me,
what are we doing?
Nah, to me, it's more them accepting the idea of being hoochie daddies. Like, why you want to be a hoochie daddy?
Who cares?
First of all, I just want to be a thought.
That's somebody will look at you and be like, "Why you want to be a thought?"
I'm cool with that.
Right? You can look at somebody and be like,
and that's why I think it's
want to be a hoochie daddy.
And that's why I think it's okay for me to say that because I know somebody's looking at me saying that about me being a thought.
All right, so as long as you're okay with
that, yeah, I'm cool with that. Judge me. I'm cool with that.
It just goes on.
I'm in my last year of being 20s, bro. I'm 29, my nigga.
You say this.
I'm 29, my nigga.
What does 30 mean to you?
Yo, 30 means not having the same worries that I had when I was 20 financially.
You think so?
That's what I'm trying to make.
29 into 30.
No,
it's like one day.
I know, not 30.
Okay.
But not
but
like
into
my
your
30. Yeah, my 30.
Gotcha.
Like for me, being in my 30s means like I'm a fit. Like superficially speaking, a woman can never tell me I'm a baby no more. So when I try to talk to a woman in her 30s, she can't say, "Oh, you a baby."
Yo, check the other day told me I have enough gray hairs. So that's not true. Like, you still gonna get that,
you
dog.
feel about that?
I said, what?
Yeah.
I gotta grow my shit back up. This was before I cut the beard, so my shit, I had gray hairs, but it was like, I was like, whatever, man.
How long you been bald now?
Damn. That's a real question, man, huh? Nah, I've been bald for like, I don't know, probably like 15, like 13 years now.
What made you go bald?
What made me go bald?
Yeah. What made you say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna cut this bitch off"?
Time.
Time?
Yeah.
Where you already have
Once again, time exists.
Did you already have
time? Like, you can't defeat the hands of time, bro.
Did you already have
This is real.
Did you already have a receding hairline when you went bald?
It started to. Yeah. That's the start.
Hey, bro. That's
I was gonna ask, because I've learned when you get older, a lot of men go bald because women at that age love bald men.
This wasn't a choice. This wasn't a choice.
So you don't get the women that love bald men?
Of course.
Why do they love bald men?
I have no idea. So they can touch it.
Why do they love you for being bald?
I don't. Ask them. You got to bring them on the podcast. You got time next week? What we doing?
I'll make time. Yeah. We got questions. Because I heard a theory.
What's that?
The theory is that a lot of older women like bald men because when they're giving them head, they like to rub on their head when they get down there.
But they can rub on
older women.
They can
grab
older women.
But I mean, I'm sure they like to grab dreads or
all
type of shit.
No, because usually a bald head comes with a beard when you're that age. And they get the little tickle out of their fancy with the beard down there.
We need a woman's perspective.
Oh, but I had this before. That's why I can say this so confidently. I've spoken to many women about this.
Okay.
They've confirmed this. They love men with bald head. But as much as I think my hairline is receding, I don't think I'm ready to go bald until I'm probably 50.
Really? So you're going to hold on?
I'm going to hold on.
Be one of those guys?
Yeah, I'm going to be one of those guys.
Why?
I don't know. It's because
you don't believe in time. Because you don't believe in time, you're going to keep your hairline.
I'm going to be young
to try to like...
What the story's called?
So even if it cul-de-sac up, like...
Even if it start
George Jefferson,
even if it start parting in the middle, my nigga,
about to fall apart.
Even if it start making a circle in the middle,
fall apart.
Somebody gonna like it. When you got money, you ain't ugly.
Yeah, you got money, you can fix your hairline.
Yeah, when you got money, you better fix your hairline.
Nah,
be like, yo, he got all that money.
That's the first thing. You think that's not the first thing I'm doing, nigga?
Fixing your hairline?
What? Nigga, you see this shit, bro?
If you get money right now, what's the first thing you fixing?
I got dreads. I can't do that.
Probably my mom's house.
Shit. No, we're talking about you, nigga.
Me, first thing I'm fixing, nothing. I'll probably motherfucking, you know what I was thinking? I'm like, probably gonna get a unit, like a hairpiece.
You better get a toupee?
On like Halloween or some shit like that. Be like Jalen Rose for Halloween.
I want to be,
you know what
Jada, I want to be Jada
Pinkett.
Pinkett.
Waves?
Hairline, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's crazy.
Hell yeah.
I want to be Jada Pinkett Smith.
What? What? You said Jada Pinkett or Jaden?
Jada.
She's making sure. What makes you want to be Jada?
I don't know.
Yeah, yo, bro, what you trying to say right now? What the fuck going on?
Yeah, just made me say some shit I shouldn't be supposed to say.
Hey, yo.
I
don't know. I don't know.
What makes you want to be Jada though?
I don't know. Something just inside of me just said, be Jada for it.
Like, you could cut your hair down. You don't gotta get
I just get a ball cap
that'd be
with some patches in it.
That'd be wild, man.
That'd be wild. Yo, I'm not the biggest Jada fan.
Nah?
I'm not. Are you a Kanye fan?
Of what? Of the guy? I'm a fan of the guy.
You're a fan of the guy?
But not you know, he's not, I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not
you
like
don't have to sit here and explain it.
In the Yeezus coat.
You're talking to two Yeezus fans.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So,
we get where you're coming from.
But I feel like at this point...
You don't have to agree with everything you say to be a fan of him.
Bro, how would you gonna execute Jada's...
You know, back to this Jada thing, I was trying to move on from that.
How would you...
I told you, I have a little bald patches in the middle of the hair. Know what I'm gonna do?
All right.
I'm gonna do. You remember Angelica's doll from Rugrats?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Wait.
That's my next Halloween costume.
You better wear a dress too.
The dress gotta be falling off. You gotta have some on my shoulders. Yo, stop!
Are you
stop!
Angelica or are you Jada? Jada Pinkett stuff.
Nah, I'm Jada Pinkett looking like Angelica's doll.
God. Alright.
This is me on a good day. Yo, stop!
So who you gonna be?
Don't you put your hands on.
I might come through with DJ Khaled. I got kids.
Another one.
I got another one.
Why DJ Khaled?
Because he got kids. That's the perfect way to dress them all up.
If you could be somebody for Halloween that you can't be, who would you be?
What do you mean that I can't be?
Somebody that you know you be frowned upon by society. Who would you be?
Can they hear me? Somebody that I'd be frowned upon.
Yeah, you go.
Or like it'd be a controversy.
That'd be controversial.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know if it'd be controversial to people. I'd be Genghis Khan.
I don't know. Pass me this.
Genghis Khan.
Yeah, let's give it back to the guy who was co-hosting with us.
No, Genghis Khan was ruthless. If I could be anybody I'm not supposed to be,
yeah.
I mean, I would have to say Donald Trump.
Really?
Right? Like
yeah.
that would cause the biggest stir. Not the biggest.
Am I wrong for saying?
Say it.
I don't think I'm wrong, but it's kind of boring without him. It's boring as fuck. These niggas don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's not even. It's like I know. I'm not saying he knew what the fuck he was doing, but at least he was entertaining them. Like, these motherfuckers not telling us shit. They bringing this nigga up, and he's like telling us stuff, but it seemed like he just dragging the shit out. And like
I don't even watch politics anymore.
To
your point though, it did get really boring, but it got boring during the Trump administration. Like once the Mueller report wasn't what we thought it was gonna be, I kind of tapped out. It was like 18 and some shit like that. So I kind of been tapped out of the news for a long time.
Honestly, I still up to this day have a favorite Trump saying.
What's that?
Drain the swamp.
Why is that your favorite?
He literally campaigned with that slogan.
Yeah.
Part of his political campaign was, we're gonna drain the swamp of everything. And everybody be cheering the fuck out of that shit. And up to this day, nobody knows what draining the swamp means. I love people who can fool people and get away with it. I don't know what it is, but I love the tomfoolery, yo. I do, yo.
So would you say you root for the villains?
I do, all the time.
Why?
I think part of me is the villain.
Why?
I like being the villain. I'm gonna tell you. No, ask the question again.
No, tell me why you like being the villain.
There you go. Exactly. Ask why.
Yeah.
I like being the villain because this might be controversial, some might disagree. But I like being the villain because without the villain, you wouldn't have a hero.
Yeah, that's deep. But you don't have to play that role.
I don't have to, but I want to.
So is it more pleasurable?
It's kind of like the Joker role, you know? Joker don't have to be the Joker. But he liked the idea of Batman.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, I get you.
Like, if you don't know the world is corrupted, there won't be a need for somebody to solve the corruption. In a sense.
Why not be
the hero itself?
In the middle. Why not be in the middle? Not so much the hero, where you all the way over here, and the villain.
But in a sense,
but a position in the middle.
But in a sense, me rooting for the villain makes me in the middle because I'm not really the villain.
But villains in real life hurt people. People get hurt.
No, villains in real life are vigilantes.
He was fucking up. I had it right the first time, and then you said it, and that fucked me up.
Yeah, villains in real life are vigilantes. Yeah. Like, to me, you still don't sound right. Yeah, but that's how I see it. I feel like the person who's going against the status quo, we don't see them as villains in a sense in real life because we kind of associate the idea of a villain with a superhero.
Not really. I mean, that just depends on what.
Have you ever called somebody evil recently?
Honestly, no.
Have you?
Yes.
When's the last time you called somebody evil?
Whenever I hear evil shit.
What's evil to you?
Molestation.
That's sick.
Right. It's evil.
That's sick.
It's twisted.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, rape.
That's
evil.
sick too. You're making me feel. You're making my.
I know.
Skin,
We're talking about what's evil?
No,
like this is evil.
It's not.
Shit.
It's not that I haven't said anything is evil. It's just like.
You know what's funny though?
Weird.
Wait. I'm gonna call you out real quick.
Uh-huh.
You know what's funny? You still didn't say murder.
Okay, I could get there, but I wanted to really like touch.
But
your
you
emotions.
didn't though.
I really wanted to like.
But you didn't. But why not murder? You don't think murder would touch my emotions?
That. You was kind of expecting that.
You think?
And murder can be justified sometimes. And like.
Is murder justified?
I would say
or self-defense justified.
That can be murder though. That can end in a murder. That can end in a murder. But now we talking legally.
What is a murder?
What is justified is a murder. Like what are we legally talking about as far as murder and self-defense and getting off? But at the end of the day, a life was taken. Whether it was self-defense, and that's what I'm saying. As far as
I think you make a great point because
like,
I think
killing somebody can be like
you took a life,
justified. Like, and I'm not saying what is like right or wrong to kill somebody. I'm just saying like. You know what I'm saying?
Does it leave a mark? Do you feel like taking a life leave a mark on you? For people,
I never took a life.
I'm gonna comfortably say this. Everybody, nobody in this room never took a life. But speaking on that, from that perspective, do you feel like taking a life takes pieces of you away from you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You gotta ask somebody that did that.
I don't.
Is it possible?
Is it possible? There we go. Better question.
Yeah.
Is it possible?
Yeah.
Because I think Kendrick has a line. The one in front of the gun lives forever.
Yeah, that's a fact. But I think that's also in terms of like we celebrate, you know, the person that got killed. You know what I'm saying?
Do we celebrate the person being killed, or do we celebrate the murderer?
I mean, sometimes
you can argue.
Sometimes we celebrate. Sometimes we celebrate both. Unfortunately, in our culture.
Facts.
You feel me? Sometimes. Oh, shit.
Facts. Do you think we as a society justify killing way too much?
In our society, like America?
Where we stand today.
I think it's numb.
Do we justify killing too much? I think there's like a prevalence of like oversaturation of guns.
Do you think we're desensitized to the idea of death?
Like because of movies and shit?
Just because of just the way we live?
Nah. Hell no.
Do you think people are dead while alive? Or do you think most people are actually enjoying life?
I don't know. I hope. It's like 8 billion people. How many people there is in the world?
Like 8. I don't know. Like 8 billion.
I thought it was like
4 or 5.
I thought it was like 4 or 5 or 6 billion.
I don't know. There's a lot of billions of people in the world. Yeah. So are most of them enjoying their life? No. Hell no.
Do you think this generation is more depressed than the previous and the ones before? For somebody who's watching us grow up.
Who, me?
Yeah, because technically you're a generation before me. Or
yeah, I think y'all like...
Do you feel like my generation, the people around my age, is a little bit more depressed in life compared to the people that you grew up with?
Or just what's the difference in general?
What's the difference in generations?
Yeah, that you see.
Or within the age gap that's within us.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
I don't think your age group is that far away from mine to really have like a really vast difference. Like, I mean, I'm looking at your feet now. Maybe we do. You got on Crocs.
I just got on the Croc waves about a year ago.
You just got on the Crocs.
I just got on. It's just because I was dating a girl at the time where her kids love Crocs.
Gotcha. Because it's like some young nigga shit.
And honestly, I just started doing young nigga shit.
But you kind of still a young nigga though.
I know. That's why I'm trying to live my 29 year as like a young nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to like remind myself that I still have youth.
But being 30
I
is
do.
a young nigga too.
But to be real with you, honestly, alright, so I'm one of them people, like, everybody cards is different in life.
Mm-hmm.
I've been given a card where I feel like I was able to enjoy my childhood at a point, but now I'm at a point where I have to grow up more than I need to.
Right now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's like, a lot's going on with my family itself. So I have to make myself as more of a resource for my family now.
Absolutely.
So that's where I'm at in my life right now. So that's why I tell myself, this is my last year where I can really just, not worry about the consequences of too much. Where I can really just enjoy certain things and be like, if something goes wrong, it's not the end of the world. Because I know when I'm but like you said, when you turn 30, it's not an overnight thing.
Yo, I ain't think there was no consequences, like, have that type of thought, what you just said, since I was, like, 15.
So you felt like you grew up faster than you needed to?
Because I knew there was consequences attached to what I was doing.
What kind of shit was you doing?
All type of shit. All type of shit. All type of shit. And I wasn't, like deeply involved, but, like niggas around me was involved, so I was involved type shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on this, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, so I was involved, but at that age, I knew, like, yo, if I get caught for any of this shit,
nigga,
yeah, I'm about to do, like, real time.
Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I got a sister and a couple half siblings.
Are you a middle child?
No, I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest?
Yeah, I'm the baby.
So am I.
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel like you used to fight for attention just being the youngest?
Fight? Hell no, I never fought for attention in my house.
You feel like you always got it?
Yeah, if I wanted
it. You always get attention as a baby.
Yeah.
I feel like, but it's funny.
And me and my mom is just like really like close. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's funny because it's that you say that because even when Fuego was on here, him just talking about his relationship with his mom, I thought that was really dope. Before we go out, I just wanted to actually, speaking of Fuego, I do want to bring this up.
It's over? It's about to be over?
Nah, I mean, I just saying before we go out, I want to bring this up.
Alright. I'm enjoying myself.
Me too.
I'm about to roll up again.
Yeah, I'm about to roll up again too. I'm about to make Quell roll up again. No, but
I'm not rolling the next one.
You don't want me to roll it. I'm already drunk, bro.
But roll hot stuff?
Yeah, you don't want me to roll it. What was tour like with Fuego, dog? And those are on your birthday too.
So this past year, it wasn't in my birthday. We was on tour. We was on tour. Like, we do shows and shit. So it's like when you say on tour, like, it's all a blur, honestly. Like, real shit, honestly.
It's just like show after show after show.
Or it's like we on the tour or we doing the show off the tour. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you say on the tour, it might have been during the tour.
I think it was one of the tours. I think it was like hitting Charlotte and those type of shit as well too.
My birthday in April, so it just passed like a couple months ago.
I think it was around then.
Word. But we was at the first tour we did.
I think the tour finished right before your birthday, if I remember correctly.
Like, honestly, bro,
I know it's all a blur, but if I remember,
real shit.
I
gotta go back and like my Facebook memories and shit.
How did you originally linked up with Bass?
Yo, Bass came through. Bass hit me up. Came through. Well, I was hearing about, once again, back to what we was talking about, the initial conversation about like how, you find dope shit. Like, I was hearing about Bass. You feel me?
This is around what year?
Probably like, I want to say 17, maybe even 16, 17.
2016, 2017?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe around there. Maybe early 18. But it was around that time. He hit me up. Yo, I'm trying to come on your show. So
89.9, right?
Yeah, on Titanium Radio. Shouts out to DJ QT too.
Shout out to DJ QT.
That's my nigga. Shouts out to Tammy Tim.
Is it still on the show with you guys?
Yeah, she actually pregnant right now. So she,
okay, maternity leave.
Yeah. So yeah, so he hit me up like, yo, I'm trying to come on the show. He came on the show with like 20 niggas. 20 niggas.
It's funny, when he came, he only came with 2.
Yeah, so but those 20 niggas I end up being like really close with, like all the niggas. Like, I fuck with all the niggas, real shit. So, but when you first meet niggas, you be like, damn, this nigga brought 20 niggas. Like,
it's like, what the fuck? But you never know who was in the midst of those 20 niggas.
Yeah, and it makes sense now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
the universe is doing its thing.
Yeah, so but Bass came through, listening to his music, doing an interview with him, real nigga. Then he spits like incredible freestyle.
I think Bass is one of the dopest freestylers.
He spits an incredible freestyle. So fast forward though, he goes to jail. Couple, I can't even think of how many times that nigga been. Yeah. Like between, that's what I'm saying. What kind of fucks it up? Like in my head is how many times he been to jail. It's been like start stop. because he's been in and out of jail. Even during the span of him, like, his trajectory up, he's been in and out of jail. You feel me? So it's like, he gets back out of jail, once again, and he's like, yo, he hits me, calls me, and he's like, yo, come chill. So now he's playing music, and this shit is incredible. And he's like, yo, I think I really got a shot. I'm fucking with these niggas. Shouts out to BSF. Like, I'm really fucking with these niggas. I think I really got a shot, and I want you to come with me. I want you to be my DJ. And like, you know, the whole time, like, I knew this shit was gonna happen like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I played my position, I knew just because Hartford got talent, like,
facts.
Ain't nothing different about Hartford than any other ghetto in America that got stars.
Facts.
So it's only a matter of time, and helping facilitate that process. I knew that a star was gonna come out of that. I didn't know who, but I believed that if I played my position, a star was gonna come out of that. So when Bass asked me, like, "Yo, I want you to come with me," that was like my first, like, green sign. Like, we talk about red flags, but like, I guess like I don't know, green
flag,
like checker flag. I don't know what the fuck type of flag. We don't even talk about
like epiphany, like an epiphany.
It was just like, nah, this nigga's a real nigga.
So just
he recognized the hard work I put in. You get what I'm saying? And he was like, nah, I see, like, nah, you the one I want to take on the road with me, be my DJ. And so ever since that day, literally, like, Holmes kept his word. And I kept my word, you feel me? Like, yo, I'm gonna hold you down. So, like, that's my nigga at this point. Like, my God, you feel me? Like, I ain't grow up with him, but that's my nigga.
Feels like it. It's like a brother at this point.
Not real shit.
And you can't, like, people like that, like, well, opportunities are just passed with people like there's this, that's cherished. Like, you can't, there's nothing else better than that.
Nah, you can't take that for granted. You can't take when somebody asks you to come on the road with them, and like, you know, I got a life. I'm a grown ass man, but like, this is an opportunity that I waited for. I can't say that I waited for.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Right. And so when we actually did go, we went to Atlanta the first time. They used to tell the story. Yo, these niggas, we in the car, like, we in the van, probably like 6 deep. These niggas smoked like 20 pieces by the time we got to like Thursday. I'm in the car like, yo, y'all niggas gotta slow the fuck down, man. Like, we got like 8 more hours. Like, what are y'all doing, man? These niggas got me roasted. But like, that first trip was like a field trip. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, going to Atlanta, going to other spots, like, you know, just, you know, building with Bass, seeing him around his family, seeing him around his friends, like, I appreciate shit like that, because I love my friends. You feel me? Like, I love my friends. I got friends I grew up with since I was like 6 years old. You feel me? I got friends that I knew since I was in high school. So it was like, I love my friends. So when I see other people with their friends, when I see other guys with their friends and how they treat their friends, I judge them off of shit like that. You feel me? And when I see how his friends respond to him, I'm like, oh, no, this nigga's a real nigga. You feel me? So everything matched up, and we went from there. Like, went on the Benny the Butcher tour, and that shit was like an experience. We went all over the country, and like in bucket whips, and like like the first whip we was in going on tour was a Honda Coupe, a 08 Honda Coupe.
How many niggas in the coupe?
We was like 3 deep.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's not bad, but
it's not bad.
In a Honda Coupe, driving to Atlanta, driving to
wait, from where?
Connecticut, from Hartford.
So you drove from here in a coupe?
Yeah.
Damn.
How do you do it?
I can see why I smoked so many fucking spliffs.
Yeah. Now the first trip was in a van. That first trip was in a van, but that's what we do on the road. We just motherfucking
smoke.
Nigga, what?
But this is what you do when you're on the road.
Yeah, that's what we do. We smoke
and eat.
And we listen to good ass music. We go to good ass restaurants. We live life. Like, besides the work. That's why it's funny, like, you know, they have these sayings, you know, like, yo, make your hobby your job, or you know what I'm saying? Those type of shit. And I get it now, because
you're happy, you don't feel like work.
It do feel like work, but it also feels like a party. It also feels like fun. So it feels like
more rewarding.
Absolutely. But it feels like the next morning, after like a weekend full of work, running around, doing this, doing that, it feels like a hangover. But it also feels like you put in like 80 hours of work. You feel what I'm saying? It feels like you worked a job, but it also feels like you was at the club all weekend.
It's
so
funny
like
that you said that, because that's how I feel. That's how I feel tomorrow.
Yeah, like that. Like it's like
I gotta work tomorrow.
It's a different type of work. It's fulfilling, and I also get that from DJing. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like when I do like my man, I did his mom's party.
Facts. Hey, listen.
Did his cousin's baby shower, shit like that. Is
generational shit.
Yeah, because I see the family vibing, dancing. I see the good times. Y'all did the musical chairs. Then they killed each other.
And I think I won that shit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so it's like shit like that is like
it's fulfilling.
Seeing black people smile, seeing black people have a good time is like it's a spiritual thing. You know what I'm saying?
So that's part of the purpose of why you do this.
Hell yeah.
So what's the most rewarding thing like that you get from doing like a private party?
The most rewarding thing besides being able to just like live off of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess besides for that, it's really just seeing people dance and have a good time and just like carry on the tradition of being a dope ass DJ. Like,
but how do you select the songs for your private parties though? How do you read the crowd?
The questions I ask you, yo, who's in the room? Are there women in the room?
Okay.
What's the room predominantly looking like? What's the age looking like?
So these are things you ask yourself when you go into
what race is there? You know what I mean? What's the culture?
I could tell you firsthand, he knows exactly how to read the room.
So if you're in a room with Muslim
people, I could tell you firsthand, he knows
y'all heavy West Indians.
Yeah. But it was like, it started off like he started to fill the room out. Like, all right, chill, let's chill. But as soon as everybody started drinking a little bit, started getting lit,
start feeling it.
The music started going with it. Like it was the vibe. Like
right. Nah, that's how you gotta read the room. You gotta be able to read people. You know what I'm saying? Like all that type of shit. I love to do. I love to research. So playing music, getting paid from it, seeing people enjoy themselves, families coming together and shit. That shit is family dynamics. Like all that shit is hard to me. That shit is
facts. That's big facts right there. I like seeing people like in their element of what they do. To be honest with you, because it allows you to see their personalities for what they really are. It just shows that they're just being who they really are. And even when you're DJing, to be honest with you, nigga, when you're DJing and when you're at the radio and you're DJing, my nigga, I can see that you're in your element. I can see that you're doing what you love.
Nah, real shit. All the worries go away. Like when I DJ and when I play basketball, I don't think about nothing but what I'm doing.
Oh, we gotta touch the court one of these days, man. You know, my wrist healing now. I'm feeling a little bit more confident.
I don't see you as a basketball player.
You really?
Nah, I seen you as a podcaster and a star.
Damn.
But I don't see you as a basketball player. I'll keep it 100 with you.
It's funny because I'll say the same about you.
That's funny. That's a good one.
I'm dead ass.
You don't see my highlights?
I seen them, but I never seen you as a basketball player till then. I would never expect you to be a basketball player.
Oh yeah.
And like my joints.
Nah, I ain't really good though. I'm just like a pothead that loves basketball. That's all.
Oh, perfect.
So like, it's real ballers out there, but
yeah, I'm not a real baller.
Like once the real ballers on the court, I'm straight. Y'all niggas take this shit way too serious.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep up.
I'm straight.
We've had this question a few times. Are you an athlete if you don't get paid?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Would you consider yourself an athlete?
Hell no.
Why?
Because
you don't get paid?
Nah, I smoke way too much weed.
But but how do you consider somebody?
Look at that basketball players who's advocating for smoking weed while playing basketball.
Yeah, Kevin
Durant's one of them. Matt Barnes is one of them.
Professionals.
So just because they're professionals,
then I think they're advocating for other professional basketball players to smoke weed.
So so what's the difference?
Or college players?
Yeah, those are athletes, but I'm not any one of those things. I'm just a nigga that plays that can shoot. Kinda.
I'm just hyper.
Yeah, I'm not good.
Yeah, that's why
I ain't even gonna hype myself, but I could beat.
I was an athlete.
Like any Connecticut rapper that wants to play me in basketball, I'll play them. Or any DJ that wants to play me.
I'll play you. Fuck out of there. I'll play you.
Podcaster.
I'll play you. What up? What up? Even Tony Time wanna go out there too. We can bring that up Tony Time
talking that shit.
Yeah, facts. You been seeing that shit, right? Hell yeah, man. I gotta let him know he little, yo.
Nah, real shit.
Yeah, Tony, you hearing this, my nigga? I gotta let you know you little, my nigga, yo.
Hey, yo.
You know the time, Tony time.
You could be an athlete and not get paid because you can just be athletic. You can just be athletic. You can be athletic.
But are you? Yeah, but you can be athletic. But are you an athlete?
Yeah.
But how? What separates a nigga that's nice at ball in the street and a nigga that plays in like overseas?
Getting paid. But that doesn't make him not an athlete.
I think what he's saying is like, is there a difference between being athletic and being an athlete?
Yeah.
Nah.
You don't think so? Mm-mm. That it gotta be.
Why?
Because athletes get paid.
And athletes don't get paid. So niggas that run marathons aren't athletes?
They are. But they get paid through sponsorships and shit like that.
What if they don't? All marathon runners aren't fucking sponsored.
So they're enthusiasts. Jogging is a hobby at this point.
Jogging is a hobby?
Not
in a marathon though? In a marathon?
Let me
if you're a marathon runner, that's a hobby. If you're a marathon runner.
If you're a marathon
you run marathons.
And that's your thing?
Yeah.
Or would you say if it's not your career, are you an athlete?
That's your thing. It
could
be a hobby, but you're still an athlete, nigga.
I don't know if you're an athlete.
You wouldn't tell somebody that runs marathons.
Yeah, athletic.
I ran 2 marathons this year. You look at them in the face and be like, yo, you're not an athlete.
You're very athletic.
You look at them and say you're not an athlete? You're not an athlete. Fuck out of here.
To be honest with you,
I don't want to say fuck out. I want to say fuck out.
I'm going to be real with you.
But that's basically what you're saying.
No, I'm going to be real with you.
No, but it's like...
I would see them as a runner.
Yo, a nigga that could dunk, put it between his legs.
He's athletic.
And dunk.
That nigga's an athlete. And that nigga not playing in no leagues.
Yo, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I say that.
You're missing the professional part.
I'm going to tell you why I say that about that specifically. Because when it comes to basketball, and because of somebody who's played basketball, I've met athletic basketball players who could do shit, but never played the game seriously a day in their life. Okay. But when you put a basketball in their hand, they're athletic.
They're natural athletes.
That's athleticism.
But then if you have natural athleticism, but I think that makes you an athlete.
I know, but to me, if you're not.
Now, if you add in on the professional part, then that's somebody getting paid. They're in a pro league.
He's a professional athlete.
Shit like that.
Like, to me, if you're not... if you never did anything consistently in something, you're not an athlete at that sense. You just have athleticism. That's just me. That's just how I look at it. Because I know the work that you have to put in just to even get to certain levels of being good at the sport that you do. You know? Yeah. And being in the sport that I have, I've met people who've never played that shit in a day in their life. Don't even take it serious. Basketball. And soccer.
Okay.
And soccer.
How good were you in basketball?
Honestly, I felt like I was one of those people, I was better at defense than offense.
Okay. You seem like a hyper guy.
I'm very hyper. But don't get me wrong, I'm a streaky shooter.
I gotta see how you shoot.
Once you get me hot, my nigga.
I gotta see how you shoot.
Nigga, once I get hot.
I swear he doesn't look like a basketball player.
Yo.
Do y'all see it? I don't know. I don't see it.
He's good. He's good.
He's good?
That's my actual sport. That's actually my sport. Trust me, nigga. And now that my wrist is getting better right now, I can shoot better now. And once I take the glasses off too, it's a different story.
Oh man, I never met.
Yeah, once the glasses come off.
I never met you with the glasses off.
Different story. The confidence levels out the roof.
With the glasses off, nigga.
That guy.
That's a different person right there.
That changes everything.
It's a whole different person, nigga.
I know that guy is.
Shit, I'm like Superman.
I'm like
Clark Kent and Superman.
I just gotta see it now. I gotta see it.
I've been working out at Rockwell a little bit recently as well too. So you follow us on Instagram. Like, you gonna see I got some basketball highlights on that shit right now too. I've been doing my thing lately.
That's what's up, though. That's a part of staying young, though. Doing what you love.
To be honest with you, to go back to the idea of time, that's part of the reason why I choose not to believe in time no more. Because it's like, once you accept certain things about time, it ages you.
If you can go back 1 week, what would you do?
Yo, not believing in time. You still are gonna age, bro.
Not mentally. Instead of like maturity, not in terms of maturity.
Wait, what do you mean?
Bro, when somebody asks me my age right now, you're not gonna have to think about it. I can never tell you my age on spot.
But you're like really thinking about turning 30 though.
Yeah, consciously. I'm talking about unconsciously. Yeah. Like unconsciously, like other than the fact when I'm actually having a conversation about age, like if you come out of nowhere and ask me my age, I have to think about it.
I think that's a lot of people though. Honestly, like
it
a lot of people like.
But those are the people who feel like they find themselves a little bit ageless in a sense.
Maybe
like,
you're right.
Like to be honest, when you like in my head, I'm still in my young 20s. I'm still 21, 22.
Yeah, bro. I mean, honest with you, I honestly really just don't even remember age. Really, honestly, I just be going with it.
That's what I'm saying. I really just go.
Yo, I think kids age you though.
I don't
so
have
once you have a kid, I think it's going all.
I tell people,
all the time, that. Like you gonna start. Really
that's why I think that's why
universal rules, whether you like it or not.
But he said people telling me he look like he's 35
because kids age you, dog. Real shit.
And
I tell little niggas.
I never got 35. I got like 32.
Yo, it's young niggas with kids, and I'm like, nah, dog. You really in real life, you older than me. Cause you got like 3 kids, so that's like 4 years. I put like 4 years of age.
This nigga right here,
right?
It's about
y'all the same age because he have mother kids. He got
real. That's what I'm saying. You probably older than me, depending on like you got 3.
Yeah,
that's 12 years. So however old you really is, like your real age.
That's damn. I'm 40. Damn.
40. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
My nigga 40.
40. Yeah, I feel like it. Shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
I don't feel like it. No, to be honest with you, I don't feel like it because when I look at my kids, I'm like, they just babies. Like now, because I got a newborn. She 2 months. My son is 3. I remember when he was that little, how my time go by like this. So it's just like, I realized that it's a lot more time to go.
Oh, yeah. But you're conscious of time in a way that he's not.
Because, yeah.
You're thinking about
he has
time.
Something to remind him of time.
Exactly. That's my thing. Really, that's my reminder.
It's like having that stationary yeah. I don't have that in me. I literally have nothing to remind me of time.
No anchor of time.
Nothing.
Exactly.
Like, literally. That's why it's so easy for me not to believe in time. Like, when I wake up, to be honest with you, most of the times, I don't even look out the window when I first wake up.
Yeah, have a real responsibility like a kid, man.
That's different.
You're gonna be worried about time at that point.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like even when I was in like my last relationship and there's like kids involved in that, I realized I looked at things differently. Like honestly, it made me realize how bad my management of time was.
I mean,
to be honest with you,
I'm still not that great at managing time, regardless.
Nah,
I'm still learning.
Bro.
I'm still learning. But at the same time, like, you just look at things like, I have to do this shit because I don't have a choice. It's not about me no more. Nothing's about me no more, honestly.
But that's what scares me in being a parent, because it's like all my friends who tell me
it's not a bad thing though. It's not a terrible thing to feel like. You just feel like you got more to live. Like this is not about you. Like regardless, I'm doing this shit right now. Regardless, I'm having fun. But if it works out, who is everything going to?
But it's funny that you say that, nigga, because I feel like when we're here and you're doing this is the only time you can actually really be you.
It's a legacy, though. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, because it's like, I'm an empath, so like I feel like the stress and worries of like people when I'm around them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, when you come around me, nigga, why do you think, transmit, why do you think I don't focus on work when you come here? Think about that, my nigga.
Should be crazy, man.
Think about that. When you come here, do I say, "Oh, we gotta edit this"? Yeah. Oh, we gotta do this.
How long y'all been friends?
I think 2016.
Yeah,
2016.
You know how I know? That was a fucked up year.
2016.
Yeah, that was the year I started my entrepreneurship of being like trying to figure out what I wanted to do creatively. And then it was like, I met like Lex and the artist people who's around. Then I was doing my videography. And then one day we decided to just smoke by ourselves.
Yeah. Because we tell this story all the time. Lex used to fall asleep. So our mutual friend used to fall asleep. And me and him would just sit there and just talk.
Yeah,
just smoke.
So we decided to just link up and smoke by ourselves. And we was like, let's do something. We sat down and smoked. And it just all came out. Honestly, we weren't even sure about the idea of doing a podcast when we actually started doing it. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it was just like, all right.
It's like, let's do it. It's the first thing that came to mind.
Who was your first guest?
Julie.
Was it? No. Yeah. Was it?
Yeah. Right after the It should be 1, 2. I can't remember.
Because we got turned down a few times.
We got turned down. That was after every guest we tried to have was it Julie? Damn.
It wasn't Julie.
Was it Jordan?
Because we had Lex before that. I'm always on the blur when it comes to the people we have on here, to be honest with you, because I'll be having so much fun doing this. And honestly, this is one thing I love about the fact that we do this. Everybody that we come here is fucking good people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what it is. Like, I love that. Everybody that we come here is no malice, no bad intention, none of that. Everybody come here on some on some great vibes.
And I've never met more strangers.
I know I can tell you some of our first guests. Like, I know Cohiba was one of our first guests.
Mm-hmm.
Cohiba season, Lex Lavish is one of our first guests as well too. Lurch is one of our first guests. Jordan was one of our first guests as well too. And Oshane. So a lot of our close friends was our first guest.
Yeah.
Actually, you're gonna make me go look back at who actually was our first guest. Yeah, I never actually thought about that.
Yeah, what year did you start?
2020.
At Titanium Radio.
Oh, is that 2017?
How the fuck did we meet? How did you get on the show?
I was doing videography at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Who did I meet you through?
I don't remember.
I really don't.
You might have came with an artist.
Yeah, I think I came with an artist one time, or we met through an artist. Or we met at an event. Because I was doing an artist. I don't remember. Damn.
Pause.
Yeah, facts. Nah, but damn, I really don't remember. Nah, because like ever since like 2016, I did a lot, yo.
Yeah.
I did a lot. I did poetry. I did interviews. I did the videography. I did a lot. I quit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're one of those dudes on social media I was kind of worried about for a little bit.
So, after my mom passed and my grandmother passed, all went downhill.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
All went downhill. That's when I quit everything. That's when I like separated myself from everybody, to be real with you. Like, I even deactivated Facebook and all of that, but losing my mom and my grandmother changed a lot for me at that time. I didn't really...
About to step off real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Gotta get some fresh air?
No, I gotta get a paper towel, sweating and shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but around that time, I felt like I didn't know what I wanted to do. I regretted the fact that I lost my mom without spending enough time with her. I regretted. Honestly, I didn't even know what I wanted to do next.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't. I literally sold my camera.
Damn.
I stopped writing. Everything. At that point, I gave up everything. That was the most broken I ever been in my life. To be real, I stopped doing everything. So I understand why you. I literally understand why you can get that, because you weren't the first to tell me that. Like, I had family members tell me that, but I'm at a point right now that I'm looking back at it, even just being the person I am. I think ain't nothing wrong with it, because I'm not scared of bearing my feelings publicly, regardless of how anybody feels about it.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's strength and vulnerability.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to show people that I'm human. Like
I'm going through shit.
Yeah.
I'm going through shit.
Simple as that. I'm going through shit.
And think about it, you'll learn. Other people is going through the same shit too.
But most importantly for me is, no matter what you're going through, I'm still getting shit done.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key for me.
Oh yeah.
I like to let people know that I could be depressed, I could be having shit, but I'm still doing what I have to do. I'm still progressing. Because I'm one of them people, like, I don't believe in committing suicide. I don't believe in harming myself in those type of ways. Like, yeah, I talk down on myself, but I'll never physically harm myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. But I never let me talking down on myself let me be complacent. I don't let it keep me stuck in a certain place. I'll always be like, but no matter what I'm going through, I still feel like I'm great. I still feel like I'm amazing.
Oh yeah. Nah, I think that's the key. I think you can't lose sight of that, lose grips of that. You know what I'm saying?
Regardless.
Because
life is gonna test you.
Hell yeah.
Life is one big test.
Especially
as you get older.
Life is one big test.
Especially as you get older.
So definitely gonna test you.
And no matter how much it tests me, dog, I think the most important thing to me at this point in life as well, too, is staying true to who I am.
Mm. What was your most difficult time as a DJ?
I think COVID 2020.
Ooh, yes. How did you survive that?
I mean, I working. I had a job and shit. 2020, but like definitely 2020. Not being able to be outside and shit. Shit was shut down.
Facts.
Everything was like uncertain. But like you mentioned, losing your mom, your grandmother. Like, I lost my father in 2020.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Nah, my condolences to you too. So
appreciate that.
Like, that really, like,
change you.
Yeah. It changes your perspective on things.
To me, it breaks me. It broke me. But it wasn't a bad broken.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad broken.
Like, losing your mom, I can't even imagine, like, losing your mom. So, like, definitely my heart definitely goes out to you. Like, I can only imagine what you was going through. You know what I'm saying? So
that shit was tough, nigga. I saw my family broke apart.
Yeah, nah, shit is real.
Cause you know when there's certain people who's the glue to your family, and once that glue is going, all the things that everybody really wanted to say really come to light.
But it's too late.
Too late.
But what's like back to like time not being real?
That actually confirms it.
Too late is a term we reference to time.
All right, so outside of that,
yeah, you not about to give up on this.
No. Outside of that, to be real with you, losing my mom and my grandmother actually made me feel like time doesn't exist even more. Because honestly, I've never felt more close to them.
I feel you.
Especially my mom specifically.
I feel you.
Because I went from the age of 9 until when she passed, I've only saw her probably twice since then. So technically, physically speaking, I was never close to my mom. Not as close as I wanted to be. Now, never left my side.
Right. Nah, I feel you.
Never left my side. Honestly, up to this day, I can still hear my mom laugh. I wake up, I look at the picture on my phone, I hear her laugh. That's the one thing nobody will ever take away from me. I still hear my mom laugh.
I feel you.
So that's why I said, like, even more with all the fact that I actually experienced death, time means nothing to me even more now.
So, like, I have a different perspective experiencing a similar type of situation. Like, I feel like now that my father's gone, like, if I have a kid, they won't be able to experience, they won't be able to hear him laugh. They won't be able to get a hug from home. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like, nah, shit is real. The shit is it's finite.
It is.
Right?
Yeah.
It really is.
We only have a certain amount
of time.
Of time. Whatever you want to call it. We call it time. But I'm just saying, exactly.
But
we only have a certain amount of time, and you have to do what you can in that certain amount of time to make it worth it to you.
So all right, so now this goes back to my conversation when we was originally talking about reincarnation. So around that time when my mom and my grandmother passed, we actually had a newborn in the family. And to be honest with you, a lot of those personalities are similar to them and growing into them. So you see the people that you lose in the people you gain.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. I think we focus on where we're from, but we don't focus on who we're from.
Facts.
Who we're from is even more important than where we're from.
Facts. Because that's who we are.
That's who we are, literally. That's who we are.
Fact, the blueprint, the DNA.
Come on now. And think of how many generations it took to make you, to get to you.
And
how
honestly,
many people was
I think
involved
all
with
the
that?
time.
How many people was involved in, you know what I mean?
Just where to get to
your
me.
existence.
And I'm not even the end of it.
You just build it.
I'm just part of it.
Hell yeah.
And honestly, there's times I actually like reflect on the thoughts on like, what if everybody in our families are really just taking turns living through the different vessels that we're experiencing life through?
You would have to consider all the branches.
Because like, we really don't know how deep our family history really goes. We really don't.
I mean, even if you do like an ancestry, they'll tell
it's
you
still it's still only so deep.
A vague area where
exactly
your people from, but they won't tell you like exactly where they from.
And even though, how do you know that's accurate?
Especially if you black, you know what I'm saying?
Because it's like the reason I know about my family history is through conversations to my grandmother.
Right.
My grandmother told me, "Oh, my great grandfather came to Jamaica as a fisherman, and he met my great grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
So she's talking about her two greats.
Yeah,
her two greats.
That's like the 1800s one again.
That's further back than that.
Yeah, that's like 120 years type shit.
So it's like if you're telling me that my great grandfather, my great probably like two other greats on top of that. It's a white European fisherman from Europe. You know, like, what does that make me? What percentage of that constitute to me?
I mean,
was he fully white?
Yeah.
I think it determines who was more prevalent. Like, what gene was more prevalent.
My great grandmother was an Indian woman.
So if it was like one person there. But recently, you probably have more black people closer to your genetics than that white person.
All right, speaking of, how do you feel about Drake saying the word nigga?
That's actually a good question.
You got a black father. Drake is the cheat code. Every white rapper wishes they could be the Drake pass.
Yes.
To say nigga.
That's facts.
That's the reason white rappers aren't dominant in the game right now. Because they
can't say the word nigga.
They can't say the word nigga.
That's fact.
He also had a white baby.
His baby mother is pretty white.
I mean, baby's white, but it's a mixed baby. Are we saying Drake is white?
How mixed?
Are we saying Drake is white?
Are we?
Do you see Drake as white?
No.
Or do you see him as biracial?
I see him as biracial.
Okay, so all right, so you see Drake as biracial, right?
Yeah.
You see his baby mother as white or biracial?
I think she's white.
She's biracial.
She's biracial.
Okay, no, I think she's white.
Well, I don't know what she is, honestly. I think she's from some different country. I don't know what country.
Let's do some math, right? You take one whole, and then you take half of that same whole.
And then you have the half.
Half of another thing.
Yeah.
What's more?
What's more? It seems like we got equal
3 halves,
fraction,
right?
It's the thirds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get deeper into the conspiracy.
It sounds like he's still mixed.
Let's get deep into the conspiracy.
Uh-huh.
Would you say his baby is a petri dish baby?
Oh, man.
All right. I can't do that one. I can't do that one. I won't do that one.
What? We go too far?
That's complicated right there.
How? Niggas are literally picking the genes for their kids nowadays. How is that too far?
You just have sex with a white woman.
We all know Drake has the money to actually have a petri dish baby. So it's not like that's not a possibility.
I don't think.
And I think Drake is the type to go to the length of getting a petri dish baby.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like Drake wants us to believe he's black that bad.
But he
had a white baby?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had a white baby.
Yeah, he had a white baby. He would have had a black baby if he.
I know, but
think he was
I don't know how to explain it, yo.
I think that just proves his whiteness.
I know, nah.
Y'all went on separate paths on a conspiracy.
Nah. I feel like
together. Y'all was like walking on the same path, but then y'all just went separate ways. So you think he's trying to be black?
I feel like he's trying to capitalize on that.
I both think he's trying to be black.
I feel like he's trying to capitalize on the idea of being black, but he's doing everything in his control to actually be white in real life.
In real life?
Is that.
Because I think his Hollywood life and his real life is two different cultures.
Because,
all right, I'm gonna break it down real quick.
Not
right?
how you be black. It's where do you stand on progressing the people? I guess. like, I wouldn't. I don't know how to say this, but I wouldn't.
I got a question how to put that. Do you see J. Cole as biracial or black or white?
Biracial, black. Man.
Do you see him and Drake in the same category?
In terms of what?
In terms of how they portray their race.
I mean, I think J. Cole is more he's more vocal about his parents in his past, but I mean, so is Drake. Drake has lyrics about his father being black, his mom being white. But I think J. Cole has more bars about that type of shit.
But not even just the bars, but outside of the bars. Like the acts that they take, the things that they do outside of their music.
They both play basketball.
No, not even that. Like
like
J. Cole going up to the protesters and shit like that.
Oh, you're talking about being active.
Yeah.
Like, outside. Yeah, J. Cole does that more. So, but if Drake did that, let's say Drake did that.
Do you think Drake purposely don't do that?
Let's say he did do that. Let's just say realistically.
All right, let's go there.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's hear this out.
Do you think he would be like a part of the?
Do you think he'd be Drake?
Do you think he'd be a part of the protest, or would it be like Michael Jackson and it would just disturb the protest and just turn into the Drake show?
I think it would be a concert.
Yeah, exactly. So why would he show up? If he knows he would be a distraction. I'm just saying, I don't know what's going on in his head, but I'm just saying, I'm just thinking it through.
That's a good point to say, but didn't you feel like it's him as a person at that point when he's in that time and place to know it's not a concert?
But also,
and then he's the leader of the protest.
No, because
he's not that guy.
That's why I asked.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I asked. That's why I asked. Do you think it's beneficial for him to even be at the protest in terms of where he stands as a celebrity?
Not really.
Because at the end,
I mean, it could be. It could be.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I don't know. My theory, just a theory.
I don't know where he's allocating his resources.
That's true.
He could be putting it behind different civil activities, social programs and shit like that. I don't know.
One of my theories is I feel like if he advocates for a certain side, it affects his music career. I think it's beneficial for him to play both sides.
But does he play both sides? Both sides in terms of what? Are we talking about like politically, or are we talking about
not
racially?
even politically, but just racially?
So what is it? Back to like, what does it mean to be black? Like him rapping?
It's not even about what it means to be black, but to me,
like when is he being white?
When is he being white? When he's saying the word nigga.
When he is saying the word nigga?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that's when he's being the most white.
For real?
Yeah.
I think that's when I don't know. I think that's when he's like...
I feel like he gets a kick out of it. Like, yeah, I'm Drake. I can say the word nigga. You niggas can't. See, I wish I could say it, but I can't. I feel like that's when his white side come out the most.
Isn't that what all niggas think when they say nigga in front of white people?